Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the momentum building to avoid Russian oil and gas supplies is now starting to be quite impressive. But first, American jobless claims last week were a very low 156,000, taking the total number of people on these benefits to just 1.225 million, and the lowest level ever recorded, and half of what it was this time last year, which was also historically low. Labour market pressures in the US remain very high. Going the other way, American mortgage interest rates are rising fast. The average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage climbed to 6.7% this week, the highest since July 2007. And Singapore reported its producer prices rose 17% in the year to August, although they slipped slightly from July, so the heat is starting to go out of this surge. The movement of business out of China is on full display in Vietnam. In the July to September quarter, they say their GDP rose almost 14% from the same quarter a year ago, and that was on top of almost an 8% surge in the second quarter. Exports to the US are the key driver, but a sharp rise in personal consumption also contributed materially. And Germany reported that its September consumer inflation rate touched 10% and is up matching the UK now. And the German government has announced a major energy cost relief plan that could cost up to 200 billion euro. They're terming it a defensive shield, including a petrol price brake and a cut on the VAT on the fuel. Meanwhile, Norwegian exports of oil and gas are running at record levels, and China is diverting more fuel to Europe too. Heat pump sales are booming in Europe, and many sourced from China. And Japan and Malaysia have reached a deal for natural gas that would lessen Japan's reliance on Russia. And there was another 10% fall in the cost of shipping containers internationally last week. This dive is fast and takes prices back to just 8% above the prior 5-year average. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.77% and 4 basis points firmer than this time yesterday. And Wall Street is down sharply today in its Thursday session, with the S&P 500 down 2.9% in late trade and slipping to a loss for the week so far. And the price of gold will open today at $1,659 an ounce. That's down a mere $1 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today 50 cents firmer at just on $82 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price has risen to just about $88 a barrel. And the price of natural gas is falling, now at a 2-month low, as the Europeans make steady progress in building reserves and alternative sources from Russia. And the Kiwi dollar will open today at just on 57.1 US cents and marginally firmer than this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're firmer at 87.7 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're down 0.5 cent to 58.3 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index starts today at 67.4 and down just 20 basis points in a day. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston.